Say my name, LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. Oh yeah. Late night call, you know I'm on the way. Questions on your mind, I clear them in a day. You want truth, I don't ever hesitate. One word, one way. LG investigate. Yeah. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigate. From the first ring, you know it's legit. Every little secret, I'm connecting it. When you need answers, you don't gotta wait. Just breathe in deep. LG investigate. Oh, say my name. LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. LG. LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. Oh yeah. Late night call, you know I'm on the way. Questions on your mind, I clear them in a day. You want truth, I don't ever hesitate. One word, one way. LG investigate. Yeah. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigate. From the first ring, you know it's legit. Every little secret, I'm connecting it. When you need answers, you don't gotta wait. Just breathe in deep. LG investigate. Oh, say my name. LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. LG. LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. Oh yeah. Late night call, you know I'm on the way. Questions on your mind, I clear them in a day. You want truth, I don't ever hesitate. One word, one way. LG investigate. Yeah. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigate. From the first ring, you know it's legit. Every little secret, I'm connecting it. When you need answers, you don't gotta wait. Just breathe in deep. LG investigate. Oh, say my name. LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. LG. LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when the pressure elevates. Got you feeling safe when the room vibrates. All you gotta say is LG investigates. Oh yeah. Late night call, you know I'm on the way. Questions on your mind, I clear them in a day. You want truth, I don't ever hesitate. One word, one way. LG investigate. Yeah. Say my name, LG investigates. Pulling up smooth when
Hello. That was just a little smooth little something until I get ready. I'm not going to be on here too long. I just want to bring this to everybody so they can get an understanding of what this is. This is Tyrone Davis Jr., medical examiner worksheet summary. This is not an autopsy. This is just a summary for what, when he went in, they noted injuries. This is something that they note, jot down this every injury on his body. Now, because we're getting around, it's people going around saying, "Oh, he was hit by a car. He rolled out the car. He rolled out the car." Well, I'm gonna sit here and explain to you all. This medical examiner's worksheet summary has nothing to do with him falling out the car. It doesn't give you the cause of his injuries. It doesn't even give you a cause of death. This is just a medical examiner's summary. Now, let's go a little further. This is going to tell you the injuries. Analysts. The image provided appears to be a medical examiner's body examination worksheet from the District 8 Medical Examiner's Office in Gainesville, Florida. It belongs to an individual named Tyrone Davis with a date of death listed as December 29th, 2025. The diagram contains handwritten notes from the pathologist, Kylie Imperator, medical doctor, detailing various medical interventions and physical markings found during the exam. Medical interventions and equipment. Many of the notes describe medical equipment likely used during life-saving attempts or hospital care. Head. This is his head. Notes indicated an ICP. That's a intracranial intracranial pressure monitor, a lumbar drain, surgical staple, surgical staples and bandages. So did he have staples in his head? Did they have to sew his head back? Now I don't want to start no narrative, but what they're showing on here is that he has surgical staples and bandages. This is everything listed. Torso, limbs, multiple IV sites are marked on the arm and hands. There is also a catheter, and a triple lumen. This is a type of central IV line noted in the pelvic groin area. His mouth. The diagram notes 4 tubes. So he had 4 tubes in his mouth, which likely refers to intubation or gastric tubes used in a clinical setting. Physical findings and injuries. The pathologist has mapped out specific physical marks across the body. Bruising and abrasions. There are several notations of to burn, likely shorthanded for brown or bruised, and cunt, meaning contusion / bruise on the back shoulder, on the back, the shoulders, the arms, and head. So let me read that again. Bruising and abrasions. There are several notations of to burn, likely shorthand for brown or bruise, and contusion / bruise on the back, shoulders, arms, and head. Head, face. The notes mentioned, I cannot pronounce that, Ichimois, meaning bruising, around the eyes and dry skin. So he has bruising around his eyes and dry skin. Scars and scabs. Several old scars are noted on the abdomen. So he has some kind of scars, old scars on his stomach area, on his abdomen, okay? His lower legs and his feet. Not sure where those scars came from, but they consider it old scars and scabs. There are also scabs located on the knees. These are old scabs on his knees, his lower legs, and his feet, and his abdominal. Skin markings. The document notes a mole on the upper back and several tattoos on the upper and lower extremities. It is UES/LES. I'm not sure what that means. I'm going to go back to where it says scars and scabs. Several old scars are noted on the abdomen, lower legs, and feet. There are also scabs located on the knees. Now, I was listening to Open Book. Well, actually, I didn't listen to her. I seen her title on her last live Open Book, and I don't know if on her title she said he was found before. He was found like that before on a highway or on the ground or something in that nature. I'm not sure if she getting it from the scars and scabs, the several old scars. I don't know if she's trying to say he had old scars on his abdomen, lower legs, feet, and on his knees, did he get into an accident before, or is she saying he was in an accident? He was in a similar situation before. However, he made it out alive and he lived through it, but he still have old scabs and scars. Remember what they marked on this worksheet. They marked old scars from his abdomen, his lower legs, his feet, and he also had like old scabs on the knees. Skin marking. The document notes he has a mole on the upper back and he has several tattoos. General statistics. General statistics. Okay, that will tell you his height and everything else. Identifiers includes on his leg. He has an ID band, and also he have a RFID tag on the ankles. So they put an ID band and an RFID tag on his ankles. Now I like to know if by reading the medical examiner summary, looking at the injuries, will it consist of jumping from a high velocity car fall? So it gave me my answer. The medical examiner worksheet provided does not contain enough information to confirm or rule out a fall from a high velocity vehicle. This document is a preliminary external survey. It maps what is visible on the skin and that what medical equipment was attached to the body, but it does not describe internal injuries like bone fractures or organ damage that are typical of high velocity trauma. Y'all hear what they're saying? Sound like to me, since they didn't add on this summary, they didn't add anything like he got any bone fractures or organ damage, but it's also telling me that would be more of a high velocity trauma. Now, when someone falls from a moving vehicle at high speeds, forensic pathologists typically look for a specific pattern of injuries, often called road rash or friction abrasions, along with internal declaration injuries. Going back on this worksheet, there's nothing on there to say he had road rash, friction abrasions, nothing internal or declaration injuries. It doesn't say that on this worksheet from the pathologist. Based strictly on the handwritten notes in your image, here's how the findings relate to your question. Abrasions and contusions. The marks labeled to burn as bruising and C-O-N-T, contusions on the back, shoulders, and head are consistent with blunt force. Hello! Oh my goodness. It is consistent with blunt force, but they are relatively localized. High velocity falls usually produce extensive linear brush burn abrasions over large areas of the body. Head trauma. The presence of an ICP and transcranial pressure monitor, lumbar drain, and surgical staples on the head indicates a severe traumatic brain injury that required neurosurgery, which we noticed. While this could happen in a fall from a car, it also common in many other types of blunt force trauma. Extremity injuries. The diagram shows scars and scabs on the knees and feet, but does not indicate the shattered or comminuted fractures often seen in high impact ejections. Y'all hear what I'm saying? The extremely injuries. The diagram shows scars and scabs on the knees and feet, but does not indicate the shattered or comminuted fractures often seen in high impact ejections. What is missing? What is missing from this report? To determine if the injuries match a high velocity car fall, you will need the full autopsy report, specifically looking for internal exam. Are there coupe, contra coupe brain injuries, or internal shearing? Skeletal survey. Are those specific fracture patterns in the pelvis, ribs, or long bones? Directionality. Does the road rash, if present, show a specific direction of travel? Next step. Since the date body view was January 2nd, the final autopsy report and toxicology should be completed by now. Would you like me to help you draft a public records request? Oh, I already did that. I already requested that. So if we go back to it, can you tell me a little more about the injuries in above image? That's what I asked Gemini. And they gave me the analysis of it. So basically, when people I'm seeing on Facebook, people going around saying his injuries consist of a fall. In reality, it's telling me it's really not consist of a fall. It consists of blunt force trauma. He's not showing any road rash. They didn't say anything about a road rash on this summary. He only had like little contusion bruises, like just little bruises from the back, shoulder, arms, and head. Meaning these bruises is consistent of someone hitting him with a blow. So he was hit on the back, he was hit on his shoulders, his arms, and his head by a blunt force blow. He never jumped out no damn car. He was hit so hard where it caused him bruising around the eyes and the dry skin area. Scars and scabs. He has several old scars and is noted on the abdomen, lower legs, and his feet. Also, he have old scabs located on his knees. Now, only the family members could tell you how he got those old injuries. That's noted on here. Those are not fresh injuries. Those are old. The only fresh injuries they see is on the back of his shoulders, his back, his arms, and his head. That's it. Again, the medical examiner worksheet provided does not contain enough information to confirm or rule out a fall from a high velocity vehicle, but this document is a preliminary external survey. It maps out what is visible on the skin and what medical equipment was attached to the body, but it does not describe internal injuries like bone fractures or organ damages that are typical of a high velocity trauma. So they're not showing any bone fractures on his body or any significant organ damage. However, get the autopsy, we'll see if that's what it shows. But it will show on this pathologist worksheet, and then we could get into details, but it's not showing. When someone falls from a moving vehicle at high speeds, forensic pathologists typically look for a specific pattern of injuries, often called road rash or friction abrasions. He don't have any friction abrasions. Diagram is not showing any friction abrasions or any road rash. So this can conclude that this man did not jump from no car. He did not roll out no car. The activists need to go do her research. Over here, we're going to do our research, and I'm going to bring it to you. He ain't rolled out no car. He ain't hit his head 20 times. They didn't say that. The diagram tell you where he was hit at. Back on the back, on the shoulders, on the arms, and head, which consists of blunt force. Meaning, when they was hitting him, they was hitting his back, they done hit his shoulders, and they done hit him in his arms. Meaning, he probably was trying to run away, but they kept beating him. I would say the arms would be defensive wounds to me. He probably was covering up. And if they said the abrasions, and then they do show where his abrasions at on his arms. Let's take this down. Hold on, y'all. We're going to take this down. And I'm going to show y'all his abrasions on his arm. Which, to me, I'm going to tell y'all what. Let's look at the abrasion on his arm. They're on the back of the abrasions are showing on the back of his arm. Meaning to me, he had his hand up. He had both of his hands up, trying to cover from being hit in his face, and they were striking him in the back of his arms. That at this point, he was down on his back. Because it's showing you where at the top area of his arms where he would be hit at. That would tell me this the back of his arms, almost near the elbows. This man was up in a fetal. Now, I will say probably was in a fetal position trying to cover from him getting hit in his face. And so he was getting hit. So he was getting hit. Those are bruises. Those are not burn abrasions. They are bruises. He was being hit, whatever he was being hit with, he was being hit up with his, and then him trying to cover his face, I would say he probably was in a fetal position trying to cover his damn face. And so that's how the back of his elbows being hit. And then on the side of his arm is being hit. He's trying to run away. The back shoulder, he gets hit in the back shoulder. Boom. Then he get hit in the back of his lower part of his back area. Boom. He was trying to run away. This man was trying. He was getting beat alive. It's showing defensive wounds right here on this diagram. And basically, I don't even know why the medical examiner ain't even put that in a note that these are possibly defensive wounds. Those are not abrasions. It said they are contusion bruises. This man was being beat, and he was trying to get a fucking way from whoever was beating him. And I'm going to tell you, with all these injuries on him, from the shoulder to back and this and that, ain't no way he was in a car. He was not inside a car getting beat like that. And then, even if he was inside a car getting beat like that, and he happened to get out the car, he still would have been more fucked up. He'd have been even more fucked up. Right? All they see is head injuries, back injuries, shoulder injuries, and arm injuries. On the back of his arm, where he probably was putting himself, you know how you fight, you trying to cover your face. He probably trying to cover his face. They done already cracked him a couple times in front of his head. So now he's trying to cover his face, and they hitting him, and it's hitting his arm and up on his arm. They hit him on his arm. He got bruising on his arm and up under his elbows. That's because he was covering, he was shielding himself. He was shielding himself from being hit in the face when he already got hit a couple times on top of his head. So, y'all share this live out. Please share this live out. Stop the damn other narratives that's going around who have not done their research. They took the damn medical summary and running with it, talking about he probably did jump out the car. If you look at this, and you look at the diagram, this man was trying to fight for his life. He has defensive wounds on him. From his arms, those are defensive wounds. He's trying to block whoever hitting him. So they started hitting him on his back of his arms. That's why his elbows are sore. His arms are sore. The blows was hitting him on his arms as well. He did not jump out no car. Please share this live out. I will be back. If I got to do this over again to tell these content creators, stop going with that rumor that he rolled out the car, because the activists and the research team stating that he rolled out the car. This man did not roll out the car. Those wounds came from blunt force trauma, and he has defensive wounds on his arms. I'm going to end this live. They're making me sick out here.
If a joke, say it loud, say it slow, yeah. From the David to the Jennings, hopefully they gon' glow. Just if a joke, every block, every rope, we gon' ride to this right, we ain't never letting go. Davis family stand tall, that's blood. Jennings right, that same fight, same love. Name on high, we don't ride in chalk. We cover the stone when the streets all tall. Front yard prayers, porch light on. Whole hood humming that same sad song. Turn that pain to a war cry. Run it. If you feel this in your chest, say something. Just if a joke. Say it loud, say